All right, guys, if you guys can hear me, say hello or hi or give me a thumbs up because I don't know, like, I'm not technical at all, guys. So. Oh, hello, Mr. Tucker, Mr. and Mrs. Tucker. How are you guys doing? I just have to give a shout out to the Tuckers. These are one of my favorite private clients. Guys, if you guys need childcare after COVID-19 is over in Sacramento, Mr. Bill Tucker and Tasha Tucker are absolutely amazing. They are very professional. They have raised their own children to be phenomenal and responsible children. And so, yeah, if you guys need childcare or need to have your children cared for responsibly, definitely reach out to them. I will actually leave a link below to their website and their contact information. Hopefully I can do a shout out every video that I do. So nonetheless, I see that I am live. So thank you guys for tuning in. So I just wanted to get on a live real quick and I honestly know, guys, like with the SBA, there's so much confusion in terms of what's going on with the SBA that, I'm confused. I'm basically having to drink to keep up with the confusion. So everybody is drunk over at SBA, so we might as well be drunk with them in order to keep up with the confusion. So, cheers. Nonetheless, so basically what's been going on with SBA grants, if you guys have applied for your grant in March, the ending of March, the 29th through the 30th of March and beyond, and you have not gotten a deposit, what I'm hearing from my source over at SBA is most of the time the bank account, from the moment that you input your bank account requesting the advancement, is actually decomposed. I don't know if that's, unintentional or intentional, but for whatever reason, you actually have to contact SBA, ask to speak with a level 2 supervisor, and verify your bank account. And most of the time, they're one number or two number off your bank account number or your routing number. So if you applied like over 4 weeks ago and you still haven't gotten your deposit, that's probably why, like somebody mixed up your number. So you want to definitely give them a call and update that information, and they will deposit your deposit in another week or so after that's updated. So I also do want to address some loans. Oh, let's see here. Good evening, everyone. Everyone that is joining, I'm trying to give enough time for everybody to come in, and that way, if you guys have questions regarding the status of your SBA and you can hear me clearly, let me know. Or you just have some general questions, let me know as well. The other issue that I wanted to address is the fact that the loan side of the SBA. When you get, like, if you've already received your loan and no, if you've already received your advancement, see, I'm drunk already. If you received your advancement already and the portal has opened for you to upload your documents for your loan, SBA is going to ask you for your taxes. So I don't care if you filed, $20,000 taxes, at least file them. So for those of you who are waiting for an advancement and haven't received it, or you've received your advancement, you guys need to get busy and file your taxes, because you're not going to get any funding from SBA if you don't have taxes on file, unfortunately. And this is kind of a way for them to weed us out. So you guys definitely want to get busy and get your taxes filed. If you have to go on Turbo Business and file some business taxes, then I would suggest you guys get on there and file your business taxes, because that is going to be the determining factor that holds you back. So again, file your taxes. And also the other issue that SBA is having is that if your bank account does not match the name that you put on the applications in terms of how you're doing business, then you are not going to get that deposit. So you definitely want to check with SBA and make sure that that information does match. So guys, please feel free. I'm here to, try to address any questions or any concerns that you might have. So please feel free to, ask away. So I definitely wanted to do a live just to make sure that you guys are answering, that you guys are getting those taxes filed and updated, because if you don't, you're not going to get access to the money. Now, I have to say that SBA is offering a full, can you guys hear me okay? I'm just curious. Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Tucker. I just wanted to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Okay, perfect. So the other thing that I want to make sure that you guys are aware of is SBA is giving up phenomenal loans. You have a chance to get, anywhere between a $25,000 loan to up to $250,000 as a small business owner. The interest, you pay no interest for a full year. And even if you need an extension on your business loan, they will offer you an extension to before you even have to make payments. So while private bankers or private lenders are still requesting, their traditional 10, 12% on loans, SBA is giving up a phenomenal deal. So if you are in a position to take the loan from SBA, I would highly suggest that you do. But you definitely want to make sure that you have some taxes on file. It doesn't necessarily have to be 2019, because everything happened, February of this year. And, a lot of time, we all haven't gotten around to filing our 2019s. Well, I have, but, I know most people haven't gotten around to filing their 2019s. And so if you haven't filed 2019s, you at least want to file your 2018s, or have had that filed for you, or else you're not going to be able to get, your loan from SBA. The PPP, let's see here. Soraya. Well, you need the in order to get your PPP, you don't necessarily need taxes, but you need an Excel spreadsheet that shows the employees that you pay monthly or weekly or however you pay them. You also do need a W-3 form, which is for businesses. It accounts like the taxes that you pay quarterly. And if you don't have that, then you can reach out to your CPA, and your CPA will assist you with that. The other thing you will need is like previous paychecks or copies of pay stubs that you have paid your previous employees. If you haven't done that, say for instance, you paid your employees via cash, because sometimes, a small business owner, mom and pop companies, you'll pay your employees cash. Well, if you did that, simply go to Paycheck City, okay, create a business account, and then it will allow you to go there and calculate the salaries that you've paid your employees, and it will also provide you a pay stub. So this is for the people that didn't necessarily have ADP in place to do their employee processing. Just simply go to Paycheck City, and I'll leave a link for Paycheck City also. Sign up as a business. It's absolutely free. And you can go there and you can input your employees' income, what they make hourly, or if it's a salary, and it will calculate the taxes that you owe that person. And you can do it times however many employees you have. The EDL banks and representatives are accepting that also as proof of your payment for your employees. All right, guys, questions? Okay, so if you haven't received your loan yet, but you have received your advancement, then all you have to do is wait. You're going to get an invite, not unless they're like your email was incorrectly entered. If the SBA has communicated with you at some point via email, then it's correct. You're just waiting for the portal to open up. And also, you could also call into SBA. SBA's level of contact people is just on a certain level. So when you reach out to SBA, you want to just say, hey, this is how you get to someone who could actually look at your file. You want to say, hey, I was requested to speak to a supervisor, and the call dropped, or I lost communication, whatever. And before I got a chance to speak with a supervisor, the call dropped. And so the person will 9 out of 10 chances say, oh, I'll transfer you. And so now you've reached a person that can actually log into your file and tell you what's going on with your file, as opposed to just a customer service rep, frontline person that probably is not even in this country that will say, oh, well, you just have to wait. They won't give you any information. And that's how you can tell the differences, if that you're dealing with a knowledgeable person or you're dealing with just a frontline customer service rep that is there just to answer the phone. So make sure that you request to speak to a supervisor, because that's the only one that can get in your file and give you updates. Yeah, Pamela, if you call them, like, they're literally very helpful. They're very informative. But again, you have to make sure that you speak to a supervisor. You can't just speak to the first person that answers the phone, because guess what? These are frontline people that are just in place just to answer the phone on your behalf. Questions, guys, because I literally just jumped on here. I said, well, let me tell a lot of the small business owners that in order to take the opportunity to take out an SBA loan from SBA, which is great because the interest rate, is 0% up to a year. Then you can defer it at that. Where are you going to get a loan like that, where your credit score is really not taken into account? Of course, you want to have somewhat of some fair credit, but it's not, there's not a required score that you have to have. So this is an opportunity, and this is what I've been telling you guys, like we have to be in position to where when this does happen, we have our paperwork in order. Like we can't operate our mom and pops anymore without being incorporated or having a license or showing that we are actually in business, because guess what, you have an opportunity of a lifetime that's going to pass you by because you wasn't ready, like you didn't put your paperwork in order. Hello Rose, how are you? Questions, guys? And also, there's still quite a bit of money available for a PPP. I know that Cabbage is funding really quickly. I have a client of mine who she has a auto car collision repair shop, and she's also a good friend of mine. But she just received a $250,000 loan from Cabbage. So again, if you guys have not applied for the SBA loan and you are in a position to do so, shame on you. I mean, because you have major companies that, definitely would have taken advantage of this money had the spotlight not been put on them. So the fact that, millions of dollars have been given back to SBA, there's a lot more money that, is available. So yeah, I know the portal was closed for SBA right now for the grants, but the PPP, there are banks that are still offering it. So you guys try to find yourself a lender if you can, and you're doing business banking with a bank. Go through your traditional banker that you're doing. You have a business account with, because that is what's going to help you. I'm on the computer, guys. That's what's going to help you get to the loan faster, just going through your traditional bank. Kiana, Miss Maxwell. Okay, her statement is what if you don't have income and that you just started your business January of 2020? Well, it's not required that you necessarily have an income. The fact that you were in business and you were operating your business from February of 2020. Now, had you said February of 2020, you just started the business, you would have no action. You cannot apply for the loans, the PPP, any of that. But the fact that you were in business January of 2020, you still can apply for that loan, because keep in mind you have to invest a lot of money in opening a business. And so of course the fact that you couldn't open your doors in February or afterwards, that costs you money. So of course you can apply for the loan from SBA, and you can apply for the PPP, because guess what? Like, you're losing money. You can't operate your business right now. Okay, so Rose has a good question. Thanks, Rose, for the question, and Rose Jean. And she's basically stating that she received her advancement. However, it's been about, it's been a few weeks, and she still haven't received her invitation for her loan. How long should she wait? Typically, after you receive your advancement, they're saying that it could take up to 4 to 5 weeks. So you definitely want to reach out to SBA after that time frame and say, hey, I received my advancement, I haven't gotten an invite because, there's a lot of confusion down at the SBA. So I'm just like, okay, well, we have to be proactive. Like we have to call them and, ask questions, because if we don't, you're going to get left by the wayside. Like I literally had to contact them because a lot of my clients were calling and saying, tell me, thank you, I got my advancement, I got my loan. And I'm like, wait, that's great, but what the hell where's my money? It's like, where's my money? So I literally called in and I was told like, oh, we don't even have an application for you. Like literally, like myself and my staff are submitting like thousands of applications. I'm like, we're doing the most with these applications, but nonetheless, but my application gets lost. So yeah, but nonetheless, I was proactive. I reached out to them. They found it and processed it and did what they needed to do. So you guys just need to be proactive. Give them a call. Yeah, I'm not sure what documents they're needing for. They're not needing any documents for the advancement. All you have, I'm sorry, it's so dark in here. It was just really light in here, and now it's gotten dark. But nonetheless, I don't know what documents you have to provide for the advancement. You don't really have to provide anything for the advancement, but what you do have to provide are your taxes for the business loan. For the PPP, like I said, you got to do an Excel spreadsheet of all your employees. I don't care if it's the gardener who comes out and garden your yard, you're paying him, put him, on the Excel spreadsheet too. Any expense that you're paying people to come and do a service to help you run your business. I don't care if it's the company that, do your business cards for you. You still have to pay money out to get this service in order for your business to run properly. So just reach out to those companies, get their information, and you can include them on that Excel spreadsheet so that you can be paid for those employees, because they are technically your employees as well. And I do want to say, for all of those that have received their advancements and their business loans, even though I didn't ask you guys for tips or any of that stuff, I really appreciate you guys just being thankful enough to, send me a tip without me even asking. So, I know there's literally hundreds of you guys that did that. And I just want to say thank you, from the $5 tip to the, $300 tip. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Questions, guys, questions? Yep. Go to Paycheck City and print out your, your documents there. Okay. In reference to checking your credit, SBA is checking your credit only to make sure that you are, a real person. If your credit is blocked, I would suggest that you guys unblock your files and release your files so that SBA can check your credit. If your credit has been checked and it's a couple of weeks, you definitely want to check with SBA, because the deposits are happening 2 to 3 weeks after the after the checking of your credit. I've actually had some clients to say, shoot, their credit was checked maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and they got their deposit right after. So you definitely want to make sure that you're being proactive and following up. Once you see your credit has been checked, follow up with SBA and say, hey, where's my deposit? Because that's what comes next. And if your credit hasn't been checked and it's been over 4 weeks, you definitely want to call them and say, hey, what's going on? Any more questions, guys? No? Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so I won't hold you guys. I just wanted to jump on here and tell you the importance of getting those taxes prepared. If you have not filed your taxes, if you are applying for the PPP loan, you definitely want to do that directly with your bank or do it with Cabbage. Cabbage is phenomenal in terms of getting the PPP loan to you very quickly. The other thing is also if you have a credit block on your file, remove the block for now, just so SBA can run your credit. All right, guys, I think for the PPP, Houston says for the PPP, I guess the bank was asking for bank statements. I mean, it's kind of proprietary. It's up to the bank. And so some will ask for your bank statements and some won't. It just depends on that lender. You can actually use a profit and loss statement, Jamal. You can use a profit and loss statement in exchange for the PPP. However, they're going to want to see an Excel spreadsheet with your employees or a list of your employees. And you also are going to need your stubs, which you can go to Paycheck City. Like I said, those of you who pay your employees cash, you can go to Paycheck City and create their stubs and process those. So. All right, you guys have any more questions? Yeah, so like I said, like dealing with the SBA, I literally had like 3 glasses of wine when they told me that my application was lost. So that's why I titled this, you have to be drunk in order to deal with the SBA. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, so one of you guys said William said they gave him 17,000, and then 18,000 for PPP, and 9,000 for grant. I was approved for 3 weeks. Days ago, they pulled the 9 back. So did you contact them and ask them why they pulled the money back? Because an approval should be an approval. My account is 3,000. Wait. Okay, so he says his account is negative 3,000. No, wait, what happened? Did you submit some documents that didn't pass inspection or something? That's I've never heard that, so I'm curious. The grant will be available again. There's a second stimulus that is being passed, and I will provide you guys and a lot of that money in the HEROES Act. A lot of that money will, some of that money will go to SBA, small business loans and grants again. So I'm keeping a close eye out. I don't update daily because the bills change daily. So when I get an update that is concrete, then I would definitely inform you. What bank, William? Okay, what bank was this? Because for them to grant you $9,000 and then pull it back, like something doesn't seem right. Like that's kind of shady to me because at the end of the day, SBA is funneling all of this money to these banks so that they can lend to small businesses. And so keep in mind, we are dealing with the banks and we know sometimes they can be a little shady. And, if they could keep all of the money that the government is funneling to them, they will. So I would definitely question why they pulled the loan back from you if there was no justification as far as why they pulled that loan back from you. Chase of all people, huh? Yeah, I can imagine. I would, if I were you, I would write a letter to Chase corporate partners and explain the your position and what transpired, and just basically reach out to them before reaching out or threatening to reach out to government agencies. I mean, because at some point there needs to be some clarification as far as why that money was pulled back from you. It was supposed to be a refinance. I've never heard of that. Like, that's crazy. That's weird. Like, are you sure you're speaking to the appropriate division? So I've never heard of that. So I would definitely reach out to the presidents, the main people of that bank and find out. I mean, because this is the first I've heard that a bank has pulled money back after they've given you a loan. Either you submitted some paperwork that didn't look right to them, or you weren't licensed at the time, or the business was not incorporated prior to February 2020. Something happened why they would pull that money back from you. I would just get an understanding as far as why they did it. William wants to know, how can I pay payroll for payroll these 8 weeks? William, I'm not clear on your question. Can you kind of rephrase it? And Jamal, the best bank to get the PPP from is going to be your local bank. Like if you're banking with Bank of America as a business customer, you're going to do Bank of America, you're going to do Chase, you're going to do Wells Fargo, whoever you're doing your local business with, you want to reach out to that bank. Yeah, so I would definitely reach out to Chase, William, and just find out why they pull that money back, which causes you to be into the negative. I'm really sorry to hear that. All right, guys, any further questions? Like I said, I just wanted to jump on here and make you guys aware that in order to take advantage of the SBA loan, you have to file your business taxes. If you don't have any business taxes, then you're not going to be able to take advantage of the opportunity that we're in during these dreadful times. All right. So if that is all the questions, I will definitely try and keep you guys updated in reference to any changes that I'm aware of with SBA or any changes that happens drastically where you guys should be informed. Again, I'm not updating based on the bill because until the bill passes, it's not law, it's not solid information. So I'm pretty much updating once I get some concrete and solid information. I am doing great, Mr. Mayweather. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing fine during this awful time. Well, you just kind of have to make the best of your situation. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just making the best of still quarantining. All right, so if there are no other, uh, William, that's the grant. Like, okay, yeah, so like when you're filling out the SBA loan application, and there's a box that says, please check this box if you're interested in the advancement for up to $10,000. And you check that box, then the next step is that you include your banking information. So if you check that box that says, yes, I'm interested in the advancement, which goes up to $10,000, and they're just kind of getting you this money so you can stay functionable as a business and pay employees until you get your loan. Then if you get 1,000 up to 10,000, you can get 1,000 up to $10,000. And keep in mind, the $1,000 is accounted for every employee that you have. So you can get up to $10,000 per every employee. So if you got $9,000, it's because you said you have 9 employees. What do you mean? Like, I'm not clear on your question, Mr. Mayweather. What about the PPP? I mean, the PPP, the lines are still open for you guys to apply. So there is still money available for PPP. You want to definitely try to go directly through your bank, your business banking whatever bank you deal with in terms of your business account. If you don't have a business account, you can go through Cabbage, you can go through PayPal, you can go through Capital Cash. So there's a ton of lenders and Lendio as well. You can go through these companies directly and apply for the PPP. Well, this is for William. It doesn't have to be a SBA website. You can go through other private lenders, and the money is being funded through from SBA. So you can get your PPP loan. You don't have to go directly to SBA. You can go to private lenders. These private lenders are receiving the funds on behalf of SBA, and they're funneling the money to the private lenders. And so, of course, they're getting a small commission for helping you out as a small business or, going through the process with you. But ultimately, SBA is funding those loans. No, it's not. It's not based on the SBA loan. The SBA EIDL loan is not based on PPP. It's two different. It's two different loans. The PPP loan is specifically to help you keep your employees working, to take care of your expenses should you still, be in business. A lot of you guys might have closed your front doors, but if you have employees who are working from home, then you still have to, take care of those employees. So that's specifically what the PPP is for. The EIDL loan is specifically for, it's just, it's a loan that SBA, the government, is giving you or us as small business owners based on the fact that we are probably 9 out of 10 chances losing an income based on having to be shut down due to COVID-19. So those are the differences. Like if you were in need of a loan to keep your employees working and not have to go and file for unemployment, then you would definitely want to rush and apply for the PPP. The EIDL loan is specifically because, we have been adversely affected, and we definitely need the funds in order to kind of stay on top of our businesses. Like once the whole market opens again, we're going to need to do marketing. We're going to need to campaign. We're going to need to hire people, and we're going to need to be able to have a reserve to keep our doors open. At the end of the day, you still have to pay, your lease rent or your commercial building lease. You're going to have to pay your phone bills and your light bills, and so that's what that loan is in place for. M Sway. Did I hear about a rapper in Atlanta frauding the SBA loan out of $2 million? Out of $2 million, how the hell did he do that? I didn't hear about it. Why was it determined fraud? I'll have to research it and find out the specifics of how they, caught him, but I heard nothing about it. Well, William, probably, the fact that you're a single LLC and you're being taxed as an S corp, that might be the confusion as far as why SBA decided to pull that $9,000 back from you. Sway, I have to check your story out because that's pretty stupid. I couldn't imagine anyone who is performing or conducting any sort of business that can get $2 million out of SBA, and then they're stupid enough or naive enough or unintelligent enough to go and spend this money on jewelry. So at this point, I think my opinion is that this is hyperbole. I don't know where you got this information from, but it doesn't make sense. So anyone that was stupid enough to do that, I'm not going to stay on this very long, but anyone who was was smart enough to get 2 million, but then stupid enough to go and spend it all on jewelry and rent Rolls Royces, then they deserve to be caught. So that's just my opinion. All right, moving on. I'm on to the loans and the status of the loans and not, pure ignorance, because it's just it really irritates me to hear that someone would get $2 million and go spend it on, things that are stupid. My email is, if you guys don't know, the website is milliondollarcorporations.com. The email is info@milliondollarcorporations.com. So outside of that, if you guys don't have any other questions regarding the PPP or the EDIL loan, that will be all from me. Again, I just wanted to update you guys just in case the portals opened up for you and you were like, okay, great, I'm going to get this loan, but I've never filed taxes. I'm warning you, file your taxes, get on TurboTax, business tax, and file your taxes so that at least as a business owner, you will have some business taxes on record, because I understand SBA is doing a 4506. So they are requesting copies of your loans. Okay. All right. Outside of that, thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate all you guys. You reach out to me privately, via chat, via email. And I do appreciate all the encouragement that you guys give me, because honestly, sometimes I just, can I amend my taxes? Lauren, did something change? If something changed in reference to your business, of course, you can always amend your taxes. So again, outside of that, perfect. All right, so outside of that, I don't want to, keep you guys. I just wanted to make sure that you guys have the information, and I want you guys to stay informed. There is a lot of misinformation, misinformed information that is out there. Even if you have to research the bills, read them yourselves, go directly to the SBA website. That way you guys can stay informed and updated. Until next time, I guess I will talk with you guys or chat with you guys later. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you guys for tuning in. Please feel free to email me or text me, or you can chat with me on the links that I leave below. Okay. Have a good evening. That is